Here's your wrestling news for August 29th, 2021. And your headlines for today include: can Daniel Bryan use his WWE theme song in AEW? What happened after SmackDown went off the air? Breaking news as Paige could land in AEW soon. Naomi's status after WWE Smackdown return. NXT superstars compete in dark matches before WWE Smackdown. Big name booked for next episode of Steve Austin's Broken Skull Sessions. John Cena reacts to Batista not wanting to work with him and The Rock in a movie. Great news for AEW fans in the United Kingdom. Max Caster to perform during AEW All Out Week, taking requests for personalized diss raps. Alexa Bliss responds to criticism of her WWE booking, and more. We are kicking off with AEW as Daniel Bryan is expected to debut for the company at All Out in what will be another huge score for the promotion. For almost all of his WWE career, Bryan used Ride of the Valkyries as his theme, and he'll be able to keep using the same song should he join AEW. That's because Ride of the Valkyries, conducted by Wagner in the 19th century, is in the public domain, and WWE can't claim any legal ownership over the song's use in pro wrestling. This means that AEW's music producer Mikey Ruckus can remix Ride of the Valkyries any way that they want, just like WWE did for Bryan's theme, and fans may be hearing the familiar tune next Sunday at All Out 2021. Over to WWE next, as this week's SmackDown ended with Finn Balor confronting Universal Champion Roman Reigns, setting up a championship title match for next week's show. Audiences around the world will have to wait until next week to see the pair in action, but fans at SmackDown got a special treat after the show. In the dark main event, Balor teamed with the Street Profits to defeat Reigns and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions the Usos, building momentum for all three babyfaces. We'll have to see if Balor can be the one to topple the Tribal Chief, but he's certainly got the momentum on his side after this huge main event. Now, Paige hasn't wrestled in a very long time due to her career-ending neck injury, but she remains employed by WWE. Since retiring, Paige has been both a manager and general manager, but now her contract is expiring sooner than anyone thought. On a Twitch stream, Paige revealed her contract ends in June 2022, far earlier than first believed, and speculated on whether WWE will offer her a new deal, or if she even wants them to. PW Insider had previously reported that Paige's WWE deal would last all through 2023, but that isn't the case. And on the stream, the former Divas champion said she wants her Twitch channel to be safe as part of a new contract. According to reports, Paige's neck is close to 100% healed, and the former wrestler has had discussions about a return to the ring, only to always be told no by top executives, including Bruce Pritchard and Kevin Dunn. It's also been reported that Paige has been in talks with Jim Ross and Arn Anderson, two men she knows from her WWE days, about the possibility of joining AEW. Those talks are reportedly going well, and it's also reported that after her contract expires, possibly without a non-compete clause, she'll be joining AEW in the summer of 2022. Paige signed a multi-year deal with WWE in 2019 when she was on TV as part of WWE Backstage, but with that show long gone, we'll have to see if she's just the next big name to leave the company. One person who is still wrestling is Naomi, who showed up on this week's SmackDown, much to the surprise of Sonya Deville. Naomi's appearance on the Blue brand comes weeks after it was reported that she was being moved to SmackDown, and that's now a permanent change. According to PW Insider, Naomi is a full-time SmackDown superstar once more, and this has always been the plan since news broke of her brand switch on July 19th. Naomi was moved to SmackDown shortly after the DUI arrest of her husband Jimmy Uso, and it's believed that WWE are hoping for Naomi's presence to cause Jimmy to clean up his act. Naomi has had plenty of success on the Blue brand, including becoming the third ever SmackDown Women's Champion, and we'll have to see if she can have similar success now that she's back on Friday nights. For the past few months, WWE has been doing tryout matches for the NXT roster before Raw and SmackDown, and this week was no different. Ahead of SmackDown, several NXT superstars appeared for the fans, with Cal Bloom, the son of Bo Beverly, beating Austin Theory. The next match saw Xia Li and Kacy Catanzaro defeat Aaliyah and Dakota Kai, and it's worth noting that Li and Aaliyah have been absent from NXT TV lately due to rumored main roster call-ups. Of course, these call-ups may be for nothing, as Bronson Reed was on the cusp of a move to the main roster before his release, but for now, the NXT roster will keep trying to prove their stuff in dark matches before Raw and SmackDown. John Cena news now, and though he lost to Universal Champion Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, the summer of Cena isn't over just yet. We already know that Cena has been advertised for the September 10th SmackDown, which will emanate from Madison Square Garden, but that won't be his only appearance. It's been confirmed that Cena will be the next guest on Stone Cold's Broken Skull Sessions, and that will premiere on Sunday, September 26th, immediately after Extreme Rules. As a 16-time WWE World Champion and WWE's top star for a decade, Cena will have plenty of stories, and fans will hear all about it when he sits down with the Rattlesnake. Cena isn't just a top star for Vince McMahon, but he's also becoming a megastar in Hollywood too. Working in blockbuster projects like The Suicide Squad and Fast and Furious 9, Cena's star is on the rise, but fellow wrestler Batista has no plans on working with Big Match John. Earlier this year, the Animal made it clear that he doesn't want to be lumped in with the likes of Cena and The Rock, and in a Q&A with fans for Esquire, Cena revealed just how he feels about Batista's rebuttal. "I'm super sad about that because Dave Batista is an unbelievably gifted actor. He's done some amazing work. But I think when someone makes a statement like that, I think the important thing is to try and look at things from their perspective." Cena added that despite Batista having no desire to work with him on screen, he has no beef with the former World Heavyweight Champion, but if they ever do reunite, it'll have to be in a WWE ring thanks to the Animal. Next month, AEW will head to Flushing, New York for their Grand Slam special edition of Dynamite, in what's sure to be a stacked show. So far, over 17,000 tickets have been sold for the show in Arthur Ashe Stadium, which can hold 18,662, as it's clear that New York is full of passionate all-elite wrestling fans. Anyone who can't attend the Grand Slam special will now have a second chance to see AEW live, as AEW will be hosting another New York show, this one in December, according to Andrew Zarian. This show will reportedly take place in the UBS Arena in Long Island, New York on December 8th, interestingly just 9 days after Monday Night Raw is held in the same arena. So far, no matches have been announced for either the December 8th Dynamite or the November 29th Raw, but WWE have already advertised Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and others for their show. WrestleTix estimates that the venue can hold roughly 14,000 fans for a sold-out wrestling event, and it'll be interesting to see which show sells more. AEW has proven to be a major success in the United States, and they're now looking to bring their show to the UK. Speaking to Wrestling Observer Radio, Tony Khan said he plans on bringing AEW to Craven Cottage, the venue of Fulham Football Club, which is owned by his father, Shahid Khan. Last year, AEW planned on bringing Fyter Fest to the UK, but those plans were scrapped, and now Khan and his company may be heading off to jolly old England after all. One person who probably won't be making the trip is Max Caster, after he got into some serious hot water when a rap on AEW Dark drew a ton of backlash. Since his performance on the August 3rd Dark, Caster hasn't been seen on AEW programming, and the Acclaimed have also been taken off the company's tag team rankings. Things aren't looking good for Caster's future in AEW, but he's back performing, albeit not in the ring. The Bottom Lounge in Chicago have announced that Caster will be doing a live performance at their venue on September 2nd, just 3 days before All Out on the 5th. Given the lack of promotion by AEW, it appears this performance by Caster isn't affiliated with the company, and a $20 ticket will get you the performance, a Q&A session, and a meet and greet with Caster himself. After his controversial rap, Tony Khan reportedly said he'll be editing Dark and Dark Elevation from now on, whilst Anthony Bowens has been working singles matches, but now fans will once again get to see Caster, even if his AEW future remains in doubt. And we're ending today with Alexa Bliss, who is a prominent part of Raw each week, but that doesn't mean everyone's enjoying her push. Bliss's segments are now often joined by chants of "We Want Wyatt," as some believe she stole The Fiend's gimmick, and her use of the demonic doll Lily has also earned her some criticism. When one fan responded to a tweet of one of Bliss's title wins, sarcastically calling her angle with Lily "great booking," Bliss responded, saying she sure does play with dolls and that Lily keeps selling out on WWEshop.com. Some fans may not like the Lily concept, but it's hard to argue with the success she's having in terms of merchandise. And as long as Lily keeps selling, Bliss will keep using her, even if it means defending her own booking on social media. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.